So we're going to do a little test today on two LED lights. One of which is going to be the one I always use for background color, and that is the Tarion TL-10. I'd like to go over and compare that cheap LED RGB to one of the more popular ones, the Yongnuo YN360, the wand style. I'm going to do a comparison of both of those, so stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to choose probably a vibrant color here that I know just punches through on this white wall, and that's blue. So I'm going to set both of these RGBs to blue, and we're going to kind of see and compare how the spread on the background is. I'm only going to use one. I'm going to have them at the same level. I'm going to give you a little heads up. The Yongnuo doesn't have as wide spread as the other light, so let's get into this test. Alright, so this is the Terryon, and as you can see, it covers this wall pretty darn good. It looks great. I'm so happy that I got this light. Yes, you have to dial through the colors, and there's not a cool phone app like the Yongnuo, but this is just super bright, and this is only one. And it's not big. It takes Sony NPF batteries. Anyway, this, if you want to see that, watch the video. But this is cool. All right, so now we're going to switch over to the YN360 just to see how much the difference is in the output. Alright, now this is the Yongnuo. Now you can see already, it's not as punchy, and it's not covering nearly as much space. And I've been, like I said, that's why I'm really happy I chose this other light off to the side here versus that one. And the smaller form factor also makes it just a little bit easier to set up and hide in the shots. Like, this is a big wand. It's really hard to hide that light, you know, behind a chair or behind me where you can't see it. And like I said, the spread is not super good. I mean, it gets kind of like all over here, but it's not nearly as bright as that Terryon. So, and this is, you know, this has a cool app, and you know, as you can see, the blue is all the way up, and the brightness is all the way up as high as it goes. None of the other colors are on, just the blue. So this is as blue as it gets, as punchy as it gets on the blue, and it's as bright as it gets. So you can kind of see, if I move out of the way a little bit, that it's more vibrant in the middle, and then it just kind of dies off around the edges because it just doesn't have the spread that the other one does. So we'll just go through and compare the lights with a few different more colors. So this is the Yongnuo, and it is on the best color in the world, green. Now let's try that one. And here we go. This is the Terryon. A lot more green. I can even like look at this the wall that's behind the camera, and I can tell, I can just see way more green that's just bouncing off that white wall and hitting this wall. So I can tell there's a lot more power, but this is full green set to 100 on the other one. Now I think this is where the Yongnuo might beat this light, maybe not necessarily in brightness, but maybe in color accuracy. I never really tested this. This is set at 300. It's supposed to be like a red. Maybe if I were to adjust my colors on my camera, it would look a little bit more red, but even to me, when I look behind it, it still has a little bit of an orange to it. So this light struggles with red. So if you're looking for a nice red, you either got to gel up your light, or you know, maybe look at something else. I don't know why it has a hard time producing a nice red color, but all the other colors look amazing. Just I've never been able to get a really good red out of this. I don't know. Alright, so maybe I'm wrong. They both kind of look orange. This is also set to full red on the Yongnuo. So, I don't know. Maybe these lights have a hard time getting that true red color. Maybe they're just not bright enough and they look orange. I don't know. Maybe my camera is not really color corrected properly. Very possibility. But yeah, this is supposedly red on the Yongnuo. Alright, so this is supposed to be like a purple on the Yongnuo. And like I said, you know, the only thing, one of the downsides about the Yongnuo is it's not as punchy, so you're not going to get as much color saturation as you can out of the other light. So let's see what kind of purple it can produce. Alright, so this is the purple on the Terryon, and you can obviously see now it's pretty punchy. A lot more punchier than the Yongnuo. So really the kind of key to this whole thing is I wanted to show that, you know, the Yongnuo is more popular of a light. It has a cool control lap, and you know, it's an interesting wand style, and the color accuracy on the the daylight is great. I mean, it looks, you know, high quality LEDs, all that stuff, but it's just not as punchy and it's not nearly as bright as these. So if you're looking into like lights for your background or just lights to add some color all over the place, you want just everywhere, you know, you should totally look into these Terryon lights, because they're cheaper, you can get more of them. The only downside is you're gonna use a wheel instead of an app, but you just kind of roll through the color wheel and find the one you like. And it does tell you in the back the number, so if you find a specific setting you like the best, you just write it down or make a note of it in your phone, and you can always come back to that whenever you're filming. Also, when you turn off the lights and there's still a battery plugged in, you turn them back on, it remembers the last color that you were on. So just wanted to give that demonstration. I know I would have loved to see this when I was looking into lights to get for my background. So this is just a demonstration of how punchy, and just a comparison between those two RGB lights. And like I said, the Terryon all the way is a great option for a background light. Very affordable. So I really hope you liked this video today. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, do all the YouTube-y things, and I will see you in the future.